Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffrey Noodle Legs here today. Today I've got another noodle film review on this Halloween day. Today I'm looking at Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. So first of all, let's have a little look at this edition. It's just the normal Paramount DVD. Unfortunately, again, in the UK, it's not available on Blu-ray. It's only available on DVD, like most of the Halloween, sadly. The only ones that are really available on Blu-ray are number 1, 2018 Kills. You can 4 and 5 did get sort of like a limited run on Blu-ray, but again they're hard to pick up now. But it's all on DVD, sadly. You can pick them up on Blu-ray, but you'd have to get like a European import or American import. So let's have a little synopsis on the film. First of all, the film starts off in a sort of really weird sort of corridor, sort of boiler house area. Yeah, so there we go. We're in the sort of like a boiler area, and there's a young girl there who's in fact Jamie Strode, which is Laurie Strode's daughter, and she's having a baby, which is not the best place to have a baby, I guess. But there we go. She's having a baby down in the cellar. So she's having this baby, and she has the baby. And straight away, the baby's taken away from her, straight away. And it's taken to some sort of like, sort of satanic, sort of mass sort of area.
No, please, my baby, please give him to me. Damn you!
Yeah, like I said, it's sort of like taken away, and you can see they're all dressed in these sort of like black robes, like to do a sort of a black mass on the baby. And here we get a little bit explained about what's going on.
He stabbed his sister to death. For years he was locked up in Smith's Grove Sanitarium, but he escaped. And suddenly, Halloween became another word for mayhem. One by one, he killed his entire family until his 9-year-old niece, Jamie Lloyd, was the only one left alive. 6 years ago, Halloween night, Michael and Jamie vanished. Many people believe them dead, but I think that someone hid them away.
Anyway, one of the nurses feels a bit sort of sorry for her, and she sort of takes the baby and gives the baby back to her to try and escape.
He's coming. That way. No. Save your baby.
So Jamie sort of like gets the baby and tries to escape, and then the nurse is just trying to keep an eye out and hold anyone back. But she's got like a little surprise coming from the shadows. So there we go, there we see Michael. So this is all to do with Michael. Once again, we then catch up outside where Jamie's escaping through the hole in the fence, and Michael's in pursuit, and she's sort of like steals like a truck to get out of there. So she appears to have maybe got away. We'll soon find out. But the film then cuts to the Myers house.
Danny. Kill for him.
Daddy? Mommy's here.
So there we go. We're in the Myers house, and the Strode family is still living in there. And then we got like Danny, the young boy, who's sort of like seeing like things in his sleep, or is it in his sleep? We'll find out. But yeah, and the voice is trying to almost turn him to a little bit like Michael, tell him to kill everyone. So he sort of will wake up, and his mum sort of turns up, and then it cuts to a bit further in the house, and she's looking out the house window and sees somebody staring at her from the opposite house.
Now, we've got someone who actually claims to have seen that Michael Myers. Come on, you're on back talk. Next.
I was only 8 years old when I saw him, but I was one of the lucky ones. I survived.
There is help out there for people like you. It's called electroshock therapy. Come on, you don't really believe that Michael Myers is actually alive.
Michael's work isn't done in Haddonfield. And soon, very soon, he'll come home.
So he's making a call into like the radio calling, and this is Tommy Doyle from the first film, the young lad that Laurie Strode is babysitting, if you remember right. He's babysitting her and him and the girl. So that's Tommy. So he still believes that Michael's obviously on his way back to Haddonfield. Then the film cuts to another sort of iconic, famous character from the franchise.
Space. Come on, next.
Barry, what happened to that psychiatrist and his roommates? I heard the old quack was dead.
Not dead.
Oh, you know.
Just very much retired.
There we go. Dr. Loomis is making an appearance. So Donald Pleasance is still in the story. So it then cuts to back to Jamie, who's still driving in the car in the storm, in the rain, and she comes across a bus depot. So she gets out sort of like looking for sort of help and maybe a telephone.
Count it 1-800-968-7825. So who is responsible for getting this Halloween rally thing together?
We are the students of Haddonfield Junior College.
But why go to all the trouble of throwing a soiree? So what if Halloween has been banned in Haddonfield?
We do. We live here. I mean, it's time we got on with our lives. That's what tomorrow night is all about.
So as you can see, she's having a search around at the bus depot, and there's nobody about at all. So the radio's still blaring, and I believe she sort of like makes a phone call to the radio station because she can't get hold of anyone else or something. Sorry, she get hold of a radio station, but she can't get hold of an operator or anything. But anyway, the film then cuts to back to Dr. Loomis, who's having a meeting with one of the sort of like head doctors of the sort of psychiatric hospitals where he used to work.
Sam, I want you to come back to Smith's Grove.
You should know that it's not wise to play Halloween pranks on me.
It's no prank. You're the one I've chosen, Sam. I want you to come back.
I've buried the ghosts. I buried them in this manuscript. I don't want to practice medicine anymore.
So he's asking Dr. Loomis to come back to work back at the hospital, but like he said, he's no longer doing it. He's wrote all of his tellings down in like a memoir. It's probably going to be like a book. So he doesn't want to do it at all. And then over the radio, we hear Jamie Strode. She comes over the radio, sort of like warning everyone that Michael's on his way back, and we get to see Dr. Loomis hearing the radio, and also Tommy.
Michael Myers. Look, someone, anyone, help me. Dr. Loomis, are you out there? Can you me, Dr. Loomis. I need your help.
Please, no, stop that. What the hell is going on tonight? Every loony in the state is calling. What is this, a full moon?
And in typical Halloween style, Michael has arrived at the bus depot and he's stalking Jamie. So Jamie's made her exit there through the window and she's back in the car on her way. But now she's being pursued in the car by obviously Michael in another car. So there's like a little car chase and she sort of crashes into like a pumpkin farm. So she gets out of the car and then sort of starts looking around for somewhere else to sort of like go and hide in this sort of like pumpkin farm sort of barn area. So she's in this barn and as you can see Michael sort of stalking her in the shadows and he eventually catches up her and she succumbs to her grisly end. So this is where Jamie Strode dies. But where's the baby? So Michael goes back to the van to have a look for the baby.
Enough of this Michael Myers bullshit.
So as you see, the baby's not there. It's just like an empty sort of towel. So she's obviously hid it somewhere. But where? I'm not sure. But as you can see, then we cut it to back to the Myers house, where we sort of like see the father of the Strode family.
Doesn't Danny look cute dressed up as his Uncle Tim?
As you can see, then we're back in Haddonfield and it's Halloween. And that's all I'm telling you. So what's going to happen? Where's that baby? Is it going to be discovered or found? Is Michael on his way back there to his old house? Are the Strode family in trouble there at the house? Is Tommy? What's Tommy going to do? Is Tommy going to help out, or what's happening to the young lad Danny. What's Dr. Loomis? Is he going to be assisting, or is he going to be like a hindrance again? 6 times. We don't know. Well, I know, but if you want to know, you need to watch the rest of the film. So what do I think of Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers? It's awesome. It's in my top Halloween Michael Myers films. I think it's about my 4th favourite, if I remember right. I have done a favourite, sort of like best to sort of like least favourite of Halloween's on my channel. Go back and have a look at that. But yeah, it's one of my favourite Halloween films, just because it's got like a little twist to it and it's a bit different. And I do like the Michael in it. I think he's quite cool and quite sadistic in the film. It's quite a sadistic film. It's a lot darker than the other films. I don't mean dark as in like the picture's dark. I meant like it's more of a sort of like a little bit of a satanic feel behind it. And I quite liked it. And I loved the way the story went. I loved the way the story, it sort of like, it went. It was just like a really good progression for the story. And I thought it was awesome. And I think it's really well acted. I think the cast was superb. Really, really good. So the pluses of this one is obviously the transfer is great. For a DVD, it looks amazing still. Like I said, if you're watching it on a 4K player, on a 4K TV, it will upscale it to Blu-ray quality. And so it was fantastic. Really, really good. And it was other pluses, it's got some like returning characters like Tommy and Dr. Loomis, which is fantastic. Of course, Michael. And it was quite cool. And some of the kills are really good. Wasn't overly gory, which is another plus. I like my Halloweens not to be gory. I like my gore in the Friday films, because this started off not being very gory, and I kind of like it. You know, obviously as the film series progressed, it did get gorier because people's tastes change, in you know, around the world, and they want more gore. You know, it's just like, there we go. But yeah, I loved that. The minuses of the film, it doesn't explain a lot about that sort of like black mass sort of thing, or the sort of the cult of Michael Myers, if you like. That was very interesting, but it was not explained enough. So that to me was a minus. They could have explained it better. The other minus is we need an upgrade. It needs to be on Blu-ray. We need a proper upgrade. America gets these. America's got these just released on 4K. And it's like we're still stuck on DVD here in the UK. It's crazy. So that's it. I'm going to score this film an awesome watch and score it a 9 out of 10. Fantastic. It probably would have got an essential watch if that the cult thing was explained more, and if this transfer was like on a 4K Blu-ray transfer, I would have scored it a bit higher. So that's my review of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. What did you guys think of it? Have you seen it? Let me down below. It's a bit strange because like I have the ultimate box set of Halloween, and that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. It for some bizarre reason it jumps number 6. So this is why I've got it separately on a DVD. But that's kind of strange. That again, it's the UK again. It's strange. Why couldn't they just put out a box set with them all in? They did. A year later, they put another box set out, and it had all of them, including Resurrection. But it's stupid money, and it's still stupid money now to buy second hand. It's about £80. I'm just thinking, no, I've got all the films, I don't need it. So, but apart from that, a fantastic film. It's got to be one of the most ultimate horror, amazing franchises, isn't it? This and Friday the 13th, Alien, Hellraiser are just Child Play, are just some of the greatest sort of like movies, franchises that have ever been created, I think. And we're so lucky to have them. It's Halloween. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I really do. I hope you're not getting sort of pestered by trick-or-treaters. You know, I remember years ago, I used to turn off the lights and pretend I was out. Because I just think, oh, go away. I just want to be left in peace to watch me horror films, you know. So now it's not too bad because my house I live in now is 4 stories. so I can come straight up to the top floor, curtain shut, watch my movies up here and not be pestered. So it's not too bad. But yeah, I hope you're having an awesome time and you're having some great treats. Me and Sullivan are having a good time, ain't we, mate? Eh? So we're here today, little Sullivan. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing tonight is watching When a Stranger Calls. That's going to be my go-to horror. Um, Depending on work, obviously. If I'm working a shift late, then obviously I won't be watching that. I'll be watching it another day. But it's just the way the world goes, isn't it? But I'll hope you're having a really good sort of like season of the witch and having a great time. Next month we're moving into November, so we're getting closer to sort of like our sort of our seasonal greetings time, which is another cool period of time I really enjoy. So November I will be doing some more horror reviews, but I might look at some other films as well. I've got some films here that I'm sitting here that I really want to review. I want to review Rear Window, the Hitchcock film, and I've got a few other films I want to go through with you and have a quick look at. So I'm going to try and touch some of those throughout November, and of course do carry on with my top tens and my music videos and my spider videos and some of my gaming videos. I'm going to try and keep up doing some of those for you. But please check out some horror channels for me when you get a chance. Horror Hands, The Horror Geek, Pizzawell, I Am Ice Lord, Man v Film, RS Designs, Sarah of Horror, Horror and Todge, all great channels. Please go and check them out, guys, if you get a chance. Be really, really grateful. Until next time, have a great evening, look after one another, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.